Hey folks, it's Chris here. Um, I just wanted to come on again today to warn you about the same thing that I warn about all the time, and we're just getting closer to things. Things are happening now, and so I want to warn everybody that some really challenging times are coming. Um, some really challenging times are coming. Uh, and really, they've already begun for a lot of us. I mean, I think most of us could sense this coming. We could sense that 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 something big has been happening, and now something obviously has been going on. There's obviously been this big global emergency. Um, but I would say that even that is really kind of a distraction from what's really going on. And that there's no easy way to put all this stuff out there. There's no easy way to break this kind of news. But hard times are coming for all of us. Um, you know, and we need to be prepared for what's coming. We need to really take a sober look at what's going on and what is going to happen. Okay. Um, so in order to really be sober minded about this and to really be um, you know just be prepared for what's coming, we have to be open to some new ideas, some ideas that maybe haven't been presented in a period of time. And some of those ideas have to do with the nature of reality and the nature of what's going on in the world. And what's going on in the world is there is a great conflict going on. And we've all been able to sense it. It's going on between. It's going on within mankind, and all over our earth. And it's like we can see one side is just causing death and destruction and chaos. It's a struggle between, really it's a struggle between good and evil. It's a war between good and evil that's been going on for thousands of years. Okay. And on the side of good, we have truth and love and peace. And people on the side of good will always be striving to be peaceful and loving and kind. We will always be trying to speak for the truth and to let others live peacefully as well. On the side of evil, you have this authoritarian response, this desire to control and to subjugate. Okay? You've got these two sides, good and evil. One side strives for peace. It's grounded in principles of love. The other side strives for control. And you can look at their methodologies. The people on the side of good will always be saying, please do this. Please listen to us. Please be reasonable. Please hear the truth of what we're saying. We're trying to tell you the truth. Please listen to us. But the side of good will not resort to violence except in self-defense. That's it. On the side of evil, you will have people saying, do this or else. do this or I will kill you. Or maybe do this or I will put you in jail, or I will take you away from your family, or I won't let you, I won't let you have this, or I won't let you have that. You can't live, The side of peace is all about live and let live. The side of evil is all about control. And this struggle has been playing out for thousands of years, and it is and it has gone on and on. And you have to understand that the side of evil has been winning this war. It has been on top for the majority of history. There have been brief periods throughout history, brief episodes when the freedom-loving, peace-loving, God-loving people stand up and come together, and there's a moment of unity and love and peace reigns over the earth, and then the forces of evil come in and they break it up. Okay? And now, what's happening right now is another battle is about to start. In fact, it's going to be probably the final battle between good and evil. And what you need to be prepared for is that as this happens, a number of terrible events will occur around the earth. First, there is going to be a famine. It's going to be a famine, as they say, of biblical proportions. People everywhere are going to be searching for food, but they won't be able to find it. And then, after that, there's going to be a war. It's going to be a great war unlike anything mankind has ever seen. Many people will die. Many people will be driven from their homes. It'll be terrible. It'll be terrible. It'll be a massive war. I'm afraid that whole cities are going to be demolished in this war. I'm afraid for what's going to come. And then, out of the chaos of the war and the famine, a new government is going to seize control over everything, the whole world, and it's going to be an authoritarian government, and it's going to be a true nightmare. They will have total control. They will have all of technology at their fingertips, and they will use it. They will have cameras. It's going to be very bad. So that sounds pretty dark. But what I would comfort you with is to say that you can be okay. We can get through this. But I would say that the first thing that we all need to do is we really need to pray. And I know so many people will say, "Oh, praying doesn't do anything." No, I'm telling you, praying is your only hope. Because the fact of the matter is that there is a supreme being, a creator of the universe, okay? And he created this whole universe, and he gave us so much. He gave us everything we have. I mean, this earth is beautiful. Everything about it. I mean, look at me out here in nature. It's just, we're so lucky. I mean, I have children and a family, and I am like, have no words to describe how lucky I am to have even experienced life at all. And in a lot of ways, the way I have been living has been a very ungrateful way. And I've been, we've been destroying this planet. And I've been a part of that, living in a very unsustainable, unenvironmental manner, not taking care of the earth, which is a gift. It's a gift to us that we're even allowed to be here on this planet. And so, really, most, if not all of us, have been in some way or another contributing to a lot of the destruction of this planet. I personally have been living a very selfish lifestyle. I had, for a long time I have, and I still, I try very hard not to be selfish. But the point is that there is a creator who created all this stuff, who created everything for us. And he has incredible power to help us. He can help us with anything we need. Whatever we ask for, he can do. But we have to be humble and say, and actually say thank you. I mean, we have to really be grateful for what we have. And then also, and then humbly say, God, please help us with this situation, because mankind is literally on the verge of, mankind is on the verge of destroying itself practically, and destroying the earth, and it's not a healthy situation. And if God doesn't help us, then we won't have, our whole species would just destroy itself and destroy the planet. We don't stand a chance. And so that's why I would say the first thing everyone should do is pray. And ask for help. And I can promise you that if you do ask for help, if you do pray and you do ask for help, that God will take care of us. Okay? That's something that I can also promise, is that God is going to take care of his people. Those people who do come to him and say, "Okay, God, I want to be saved. I don't want to, I see what's coming. I see the destruction that is looming up. Please help me." And God will help you. And what God is going to do is God is going to shelter some of his people. Those of us who turn to God for help, God is going to lead us out. And we're going to have to get out of the cities, okay? Because, think about it. If there's a famine, the last place you want to be is in a city where there's millions of people without food. It's a dangerous place to be. And if there's a war, the last place you want to be is in a city, because cities are targets, and there's all kinds of reasons not to be in a city in the middle of war. The bigger the city, or the more dangerous it'll be. And finally, if there's an authoritarian government, the last place you want to be is in the city, because that's going to be where the strongholds are. So what God's going to do for his people is he's going to help us. He's going to shelter us. He's going to lead us out of the cities into places in the wilderness. There is wilderness everywhere, and here's the beautiful thing, folks, is that if you do pray to God and you do ask for his help, he can literally guide you. He can speak directly to your heart so that you'll know. You'll feel a spirit inside you leading you. And you don't have to have anyone tell you, go left here, go right there. You just feel it. And if you just pray to God and trust God, let God guide you, let him guide you to safety, then he will. He will guide all of us to safety. And he's going to guide us together so that we can get into groups. And he's going to guide us together so that we can work together. He's going to guide us to places where we can plant food or find food or grow food, and we can survive. And so I guess the main point, though, of this is that prayer is going to be really important for these hard times. and asking God for help and really humbling ourselves before God and saying, God, please help us, because we see what is coming. We see the destruction that is coming, and we know we need help. So please don't forsake us, because that's the thing, folks. God does not have to save us. God does not have to save us. He might if we ask really nicely and if we are very humble and say, God, we realize that we've been foolish and we have been living very selfish lives, but please help us. Then maybe God will help us. That's my message for today. God, please, I just want to just say out loud, please, God, do help us, because we need it. So please, God bless you. God be with you. Please be safe. And please just pray and prepare yourselves, because some really hard times are coming. God bless you. Amen.